Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So on the 30th January 2020, you will sit for MUET Session 2 2020 and you will be tested on 3 papers, which are reading paper, writing and listening paper. So you will start with reading paper. The time given is 90 minutes and you will have to answer 45 questions. And then you will have to answer writing question. And the time given is 90 minutes and you will have to answer 2 questions. And last but not least, you will have listening paper and the time given is 30 minutes and you will have to answer 20 questions. For reading paper, you are given 90 minutes to answer 45 questions, so you only have 2 minutes per question. So I would advise you when you get the question paper, try to skim through the text to get the general idea of what the passage is about. And then it is advisable to go through the questions first and underline the keywords so you have some ideas what the questions want. And then you scan for specific information in order to locate the answers. And then please remember that for MUET reading questions, you should never use your own opinion in answering the questions because your answer must be in the text. Your answer must be based on the text given. So it is advisable for you to underline the evidence in the text. And as you all know, you will have true, false, and not stated questions. For this type of question, let me give you an example. Okay, for example, in the text, it is stated that Ali loves to play badminton during his free time. And then the question states that Ali's hobby is to play badminton. Then the answer is true. But if the question states that Ali's hobby is swimming, then your answer is definitely false. So what about not stated answer? If the question states that Ali loves to play badminton with his best friend during his free time, then the answer should be not stated. So I'm giving you a very simple example for you to understand between true, false, and not stated. So as I said before, the time given to answer reading question is 90 minutes and you will have to answer 45 questions. So you will have 2 minutes per question plus reading the long text. And please remember that when reading is evidence-based, it means you have to answer or you have to find the answers from the text and you must not answer based on your prior knowledge or based on your opinion. So I would advise you to try your very best to answer reading question as it carries the highest weightage, that is 40%. So if you can score reading paper, you have a very high chance to get a high band. For writing paper, you will have to answer 2 questions. Question 1 would be report writing. The time given is 40 minutes and the mark is 40. And you will have to write between 150 to 200 words. And for question 2, it will be your argumentative essay. And you should spend about 50 minutes on this question and the mark given is 60 and you should write at least 350 words. For report writing, it is actually very easy to score if you know the techniques of answering. For this report writing, you must have a title, an introduction, an overview, analysis and synthesis, and finally a concluding paragraph. It would be wise if you have the checklist when you answer this question so that you will not miss any component of a report. Perhaps after you have read the question, you write on top of the question paper TIOVASNC. Please refer to Practice 2, page 272 of your MUET book. So as we all know, the first component of your report is the title, which is taken from both visuals, which are Figure 1 and Table 1. So if you refer to your textbook, Figure 1 is blue-rumped parrot population in 3 countries, and Table 1 refers to actions taken to protect blue-rumped parrot populations. So your title would be Blue-rumped parrot population and actions taken to protect them in 3 countries. If you want to add the name of the countries and the year, you may do so. And then your title would be Blue-rumped parrot population in Indonesia, Thailand, and Brunei, and actions taken to protect them in 2000, 2005, and 2010. So as you know, your report consists of 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, you must have introduction and overview. So basically, introduction is where you describe the visuals. So your introduction would be Figure 1 shows blue-rumped parrot population in Indonesia, Thailand, and Brunei in 2000, 2005, and 2010. Whereas Table 1 depicts the actions taken to protect them in the respective countries in the 3 years. Please do remember to add the time frame or the years in your introduction, because sometimes the years given are different for the 2 visuals. The next component that you need to have in the first paragraph is overview. Overview is the overall trend where you have to decide what was affected by what or what was influenced by what. And you must start with the word generally. So for this question, your overview would be generally blue-rumped parrot population in 3 countries was affected by the actions taken to protect them in 2000, 2005, and 2010. And again, please remember to include time frame or the years, because sometimes the questions give you different years for the 2 visuals. Moving on to the second paragraph. The second paragraph consists of analysis and synthesis. And as required by the question, you must link the information from Figure 1 and Table 1 by using the logical linker. So your sentences must have information from Figure 1, and you link it with information from Table 1 by using a logical linker. And you must have the key feature, the trend word, data, and time frame. And please use the logical linker, and the possible linkers are like because, as, even though, and many others. Let's look at sample sentence 1 that consists of analysis and synthesis. The number of blue-rumped population in Indonesia increased from 500 in 2000 to 600 in 2005. So this is information taken from Figure 1, and we are using linker because the number of actions taken increased from 2 in 2000 to 3 in 2005. The second part of the sentence, the information is taken from Table 1, and we are using the logical linker because. So Indonesia would be your key feature, increased would be your trend word, 500 is your data, 2000 is your time frame, 600 is data, 2005 is your time frame. So for the trend word that you have given there, for the word increased, provided you have given the correct data, the correct time frame, and the correct KF, you will be awarded 1 analysis there. Okay. For the second part of the sentence, the number of actions taken increased. Increased will be your trend word. from 2 would be your data in 2000 is your time frame, to 3 would be your data, 2005 is your time frame. So for the trend word that you have given, you will be awarded another A. So that A in the first part of the sentence plus the other A in the second part of the sentence, you will be awarded an S or a synthesis for the logical linker because. So you are awarded 2 analysis and 1 synthesis for this sentence. For this second sentence, the number of blue-rumped parrot in Indonesia was the highest. In 2010, X60, as it had the most number of actions taken, 4 in 2010, which were punish illegal hunting, organize awareness campaigns, set up reserves, and protect the habitat. So Indonesia is your KF, highest will be your trend word, 2010 is your TF, X60 is your data. So for that trend word there, and you have given the correct KF, correct TF, correct data, you are awarded 1 analysis for the trend word. And the logical linker that we have used here is S. And the word most there is the trend word. 4 is data, 2010 is a time frame. So for that trend word there, we award another A. So for this sentence, we have spelled out the actions taken. So according to MPM, if you want to be qualified for Band 5 or Band 6 for report writing, you need to spell out the actions taken at least once or twice. What do I mean by spelling out the actions taken? It means you are giving the actions taken. For example, in this sentence, the actions taken are punish illegal hunting, organize awareness campaigns, set up reserves, and protect the habitat. So in order to make the words punish illegal hunting, to make it one word, you need to put inverted commas. So punish illegal hunting, 3 words will become 1 word. So for report writing, we are trying to save number of words. Okay, so for organize awareness campaigns, to make it 1 word, you just put inverted commas. The same goes to set up reserves and protect the habitat. So all those words become 1. Okay. So for sample sentence 3, again, you need to remember that you need to have the KF trend word, and then you have the data and also the time frame. And please use the logical linker. So for this sentence, there was an increase in the number of blue-rumped parrot in Indonesia from 600 in 2005 to 860 in 2010. So this information was taken from figure 1, and then you use the logical linker because there was an increase in the number of actions taken, which was from 3 in 2005 to 4 in 2010. So the second part of the sentence was taken from table 1. So you link information from figure 1 with information from table 1 with linker because. So for the trend word increase, you are being awarded 1 analysis because you have given the correct KF data and time frame. And the second part of the question, you have also been awarded another A for the word increase. So A plus A for the linker because you are being given a synthesis. So please remember to use the logical linker because what if you change the word to even though? For example, you write like this: there was an increase in the number of blue-rumped parrot in Indonesia from 600 in 2005 to 860 in 2010, even though there was an increase in the number of actions taken, which was from 3 in 2005 24 in 2010. Okay, because of the wrong linker, you will not be awarded 1S. So please be careful when you are using the linker. Make sure you are using the correct linker. For Thailand, there was an increase in the number of blue-rumped parrot from 300 in 2005 to 400 in 2010, as the number of actions was the highest, 2 in 2010. So for the trendward increase, you are being awarded 1 analysis because you have given the correct time frame, the correct KF, the correct data. And the logical linker is S. And another analysis is being awarded for the trendword highest. Okay, so A plus A. For linker, you are being awarded 1S. So you are being given 2 analysis and 1 synthesis. But the question is, what if you are giving the wrong data? Instead of writing number 2, you give number 3. So it means you are giving the wrong data. So this will lead to inaccuracy. So when you have inaccuracy, you will not be given another, or you will not be given analysis for the trendword highest. So I need you to be very careful when you are transferring the data. The number of blue-rumped parrots in Brunei dropped from 300 in 2005 to 220 in 2010. So this is the information from figure 1. Even though it's the linker, the number of actions taken was the same, 1 in both years. So for this sentence, you are being awarded 2 analysis and 1 synthesis. So some students, they love to write, instead of dropped, they write was dropped, or was increased, was remained the same. So that would be wrong, and you will not be awarded an analysis. So please don't use was increased, was dropped, was remained unchanged. Just use dropped, increased, decreased. Don't write was decreased, was dropped, was increased, because it is wrong. Okay, please remember that. In 2005, as the number of actions for Indonesia was the most, 3, compared to Thailand, 0, and Brunei, 1. So this is the information taken from table 1. So S is your linker. So it is possible to write your linker at the beginning of the sentence. And it is also possible to give the information from table 1 first. The number of blue-rumped parrots was the highest, 600. So this is the information from figure 1. So this sentence is just to show you that it is possible to write your linker at the beginning of the sentence, and it is also possible to give the information from table 1 first. The number of blue-rumped parrots in Brunei decreased from 400 in 2000 to 300 in 2005. So this is the information taken from figure 1. You have given the correct KF, the correct trendword, the correct data, and the correct time frame. So 1 analysis is being awarded for the trendword decreased. Okay, and the linker is even though. There was 1 action taken, which was protect the habitat. So as you can see, the second part of the sentence, there was 1 action taken, which was protect the habitat. The trend word is not there. So when you are not giving the trend word, you are missing out the chance of getting 1 analysis there. So without the trend word, we can only award you 1 description, or only description is being given. So analysis plus description, we can still award you 1 synthesis for linker even though. And one more question that I would like to ask you here is, what if instead of writing Brunei, you write Indonesia? It means you are giving the wrong KF. So again, that will lead to inaccuracy. So you will not get analysis for the trend word decreased. So please be very careful when you are transferring your data. In 2005, the number of blue-rumped parrot population for Thailand and Brunei was the same, 300. As you can see, this is a very short sentence, and the information is only taken from one visual. You are only given one analysis as the information only comes from one visual. You can do this if you have counted the number of words and you find out that the number of words is 184 or 185. So you can add this one short sentence to make it 200 words and you can get another analysis. So the final component of your report is a conclusion. So please begin your conclusion by writing, in conclusion, blue-rumped parrot population in the three countries was influenced by the actions taken to protect them in 2000, 2005, and 2010. So as you can see, your conclusion is very similar to your overview. The only difference is overview, you start with generally, and for conclusion, you start with in conclusion. And please remember to add your time frame or the years involved, because sometimes the question gives you different time frame or different years for the two visuals. This is an example of a complete report. As you can see, the information is all taken from the two visuals. You must not add your own opinion, your own assumptions, or your own ideas. Everything must come from the two visuals given. For report writing, you also need to know how to count the number of words. It is not for the use of the examiners, because we as MUET examiners, we do count the number of words, even if the candidates have counted for us and have written the number of words in bracket for us, we still need to count the number of words. So you need to know how to count the number of words, because you need to know whether you are writing too short or you are writing more than 200 words. You must never ever write more than 200 words, because after the 200 word, we just slash and we don't read anymore. So for the word count, title is not included in the word count. Figure 1 is considered as one word. Table 1 is considered as one word. Punish illegal hunting without inverted commas, it is considered as 3 words. Punish illegal hunting with inverted commas, 1 word. Organize awareness campaign, 3 words. Organize awareness campaign with inverted commas is considered as 1 word. Practice 4 on page 274 is an example where the question gives you different years for the two visuals. As you can see, for figure 1, the years involved from 2014 to 2018, whereas for table 1, the years involved 2014, 2016, and 2018. So here you have to be very careful when you're writing your title, introduction, overview, and conclusion. So I have given you the sample answers here. So for the title, you should write number of depression cases in 3 colleges in 2014 to 2018, and depression prevention programs in 2014 to 16 and 2018. You cannot simply write number of depression cases in 3 colleges and depression prevention programs in 2014 and 2018. because the years involved for the two visuals are different. The same goes to introduction. You should write figure 1 shows number of depression cases in 3 colleges in 2014 to 2018, whereas table 1 depicts depression prevention programs in 2014, 2016, and 2018. And you have to be very careful when you're writing the overview. The overview should be generally number of depression cases in 3 colleges was influenced by depression prevention programs in 2014, 2016, and 2018. You cannot write generally number of depression cases in the 3 colleges was influenced by depression prevention programs in 2014 to 2018. Because table 1 only gives you 2014, 2016, and 2018. The same goes to conclusion. In conclusion, number of depression cases in the 3 colleges was affected by number of depression prevention programs in 2014, 2016, and 2018. Majestic College increased from 20 in 2014 to 41 in 2016, even though the number of depression prevention program increased from 2 in 2014 to 3 in 2016. So everything looks okay for this sentence, but as you can see, the candidate has given the wrong subject reference. Okay, the right subject reference should be number of depression cases for Majestic College and not Majestic College. So you need to be very careful with the subject. You have to decide what decreased, what increased. For this sentence, it is not Majestic College that increased or decreased. It is the number of depression cases for Majestic College. So please be very careful. The number of depression cases for Liberty College decreased from 25 in 2017 to 10 in 2018 because the number of depression prevention programs in 2018 was the highest. So everything looks okay for this sentence, but if you look at the years given, the information taken from figure 1, the movement is from 2017 to 2018. However, for table 1, the years involved are 2014, 2016, and 2018. Therefore, you have no idea what's happening in 2017. So you will be awarded only 1A for the trendword decreased. And you will not be given another A for highest and also S for linker because. This is simply because we have no idea what's happening in 2017. As table 1 only gives you 2014, 2016, and 2018, and 2017 is not there. Question 2 of your writing paper, you will have to write an argumentative essay. And the essay normally consists of 5 paragraphs, 1 introductory paragraph, 3 body paragraphs. The body paragraphs really depends on how many main points that you have. Normally, we only need you to give 3 content points, but if you want to give 4 or 5, it's okay, it's not a problem. And 1 concluding paragraph. So for paragraph 1, you need to write a few sentences that lead to the topic, or it is where you introduce the topic, and then it should capture the reader's interest. After you have written a few sentences which are related to the topic, you must state your stand, whether you agree, disagree, or partially agree. A clear stand should be given. And then you must include a thesis statement. This is where you provide your main points. So let's say the question given is the internet has more disadvantages than advantages. Do you agree? So you should start your essay by writing a few sentences. For example, in this era of science and technology, the internet plays a crucial role in our lives. It is one of the most useful inventions of all time. There is no doubt that it has helped us in so many aspects of our lives. I cannot imagine how life is without it. So these are a few sentences which are related to the topic. Next, what you should do is to give your stand. So for this example, therefore, I strongly disagree with the statement that the internet has more disadvantages than advantages. So as you can see, this candidate has given a clear stand where he or she strongly disagrees. Next, you should give a strong thesis statement. I believe that the internet has brought us a lot of advantages, especially in communication, in the way we obtain information, and in the field of entertainment. This is where you give your thesis statement, or in other words, you are giving your main points. So for body paragraphs, like I said before, the number of body paragraphs really depends on how many main points that you have. But every paragraph must have the topic sentence, elaboration, example, explanation, and linking sentence. So this is the sample of a body paragraph. This is actually extremely short for a body paragraph. From MUET level, you have to provide enough examples to support your stand. Giving examples is very important to show that you really understand what the question wants. You really need to write half a page or even 3/4 a page per body paragraph, but make sure that the discussions or examples given are relevant and you are responding well to the question. So let's read the sample body paragraph, which is very short. First of all, the internet plays an important role in the world of communication. So communication is your first content point. So the whole sentence is considered as the topic sentence. This is because it offers easy and inexpensive ways to communicate. That will be your elaboration. Such as, when you have that such as, it means you are giving example. So such as email, messenger, chatting, teleconferencing, and blogging. Besides, the internet not only saves time, but also serves as a cheaper, quicker, and more efficient method of transferring information. So that would be your explanation. Therefore, the internet provides various platforms where people can communicate with others, like sharing their thoughts and ideas and discussing various matters. The last sentence of the body paragraph is your linking sentence, where it is something like you are restating your main point, which is communication. So like I have said before, this is an extremely short paragraph. Please try to write longer and do provide more examples. So when you are writing the paragraphs or sentences of your argumentative essay, please use transitional markers or transition words like firstly, secondly, thirdly, finally, in addition to, moreover, furthermore, besides, however, nevertheless, therefore, hence, thus, and many others. After you have written the body paragraphs, you will have to write a concluding paragraph. So for concluding paragraph, try to write a few sentences in order to conclude your essay. And you really have to restate your stand, and there must be the reiteration of your thesis statement. It means you are restating your thesis statement. So for the sample concluding paragraph, in conclusion, it is undeniable that the internet is a great creation that has paved the way for progress. Let us not point our finger at the internet for the very few negative aspects that come with the package. We need to be responsible and make full use of the internet to benefit mankind. So this would be the few sentences to conclude your essay. Hence, I disagree that the internet has more disadvantages than advantages. So here you are restating your stand where you disagree, because it helps us in many aspects, such as in communication, in getting information, and in providing entertainment. So this is where you are restating your content points, or in other words, it is the reiteration of your thesis statement. The last paper is listening paper. You will be given 30 minutes to answer 20 questions. And the total weightage for this paper is 15%. And there are things to remember when you answer listening question. The first one is when you get the question paper, you will be given 1 minute to read the questions. So all you have to do is to scan through the questions, understand what the questions want. And you should underline the keywords so it will be easier for you to find the answers later. And please listen attentively, and you must follow the word limit. For example, if the question asks you write the answer in not more than 3 words, so your answer should be in 1 word should be okay, 2 words should be okay, 3 words should be okay. But if you answer in 4 words, then your answer will be wrong. The same goes to if the question asks you to answer in not more than 5 words. If you answer in 6 words, then your answer will be wrong. So please be careful with the number of words given by the question. Here are more tips. If the question wants 2 answers, do use conjunction and do not use a comma, a slash, or the symbol and. For example, your answer is success and happiness. Do not write success slash happiness, or success comma happiness, or success and then you write a symbol and happiness. It has to be success and happiness. The next one is if the question wants 1 answer, then do provide 1 answer only and do not give more than 1. If the question needs 1 answer, then you provide 2, then your answer would be wrong because it shows that you do not understand the requirement of the question. The next one is, of course, you have to use correct grammar and please give the correct spelling. So that is all from me. So I wish you all the best and good luck.